sometimes you might be asked to find out how many terms there are in a series, okay? So, for example, let's say you have a series that looks like this. Whoa, that should just be 12. There goes the bell. And then there's a whole bunch of numbers in the middle, and then you end up with 317 again at the end, okay? So then they want to know how many terms there are altogether. So this time we're going to use the same, so we're going to use our same formula that we've been using already with one, whoops, let's put a plus in there, with one slight difference. Instead of this being the number term we want, we're going to make this the last term, okay? So we're just going to use this formula exactly the same, except this answer here is going to be the last term. So we're going to have 317 at the start, okay, because that's the last term. Is A. We don't actually, oh yeah, we do know A, sorry, it's 2, plus n minus 1. N is our unknown, so we only want one unknown, and thankfully we only have one. Because we also know D, we can tell that there's 5 numbers between each, okay, so D is 5. Now, we only have one unknown, so all we're going to do is use our algebra skills, slowly expand and move things around till we end up with n on its own, okay? So first of all, we need to unpack this. So we need to multiply 5 by -1 and by n, not by 2 because there's a plus sign here. This is the bit that we're timesing it by because no sign equals times, remember? So we have 5n, and -1 times 5 is -5. Now, a lot of you are stuffing up the signs. That's really important because if you get the sign wrong, you're going to get totally the wrong answer. Quite a number of you did that. Okay, so now we're going to move everything around until we end up with the n by itself. So let's get rid of the 2. We'll move the 2 over here. Remember, it's currently plus, so we're going to do the opposite because we're moving it. Same with the -5. It's going to become +5 because we're moving it to the other side, and then we've just got 5n still where it is. Okay, we can simplify this, and what do we get? 320. Now we want to get rid of the 5 so that we end up with n on its own. So the opposite of times is divide. So we're going to do 320 divided by 5, which is 64. So there are 64 terms in this sequence up the top because n is 64, okay? So we're using the same formula. All we do is make this the last number. The Tn is going to be the last number instead of the term we want because we don't know what term we want. And then we just slowly move things around. The most important bit I can stress to you is to get your signs right. Remember, if there's 2 positives, it's a positive. If there's 2 negatives, it's also a positive. But if there's one of each, then it's a negative. This is the only time it is a negative, if there's one of each sign. Be really careful with that and you'll be fine.